Hi, parents. Hi, coaches. I am Dr. Alex Paul. I am the on-site chiropractor at the high school that is there for the athletes. Myself and the rest of my team for 8 years now have been traveling to all of the schools in the district to provide chiropractic care to staff and students while at school, making things very convenient for everybody. But at the high school, my role is to work with the athletes, help them when it comes to all things performing better, when it comes to recovering from different injuries. Hopefully, those don't happen. And then also reducing the likelihood of injuries, which is very, very important because when we take a look at high school athletes now, they are getting injured all the time, right? At this point in their life, they are probably becoming more serious about whatever sport they are in. And so they're putting their bodies through a lot higher physical demand than what they're used to. And at the same time, their bodies are still changing and growing and developing. And so all of that leads to greater chances of injury, right? And for them, the worst thing that could happen is they have an injury that has them sitting out and not playing or competing because they worked so hard already to perform the way that the best way that they can, right? So I don't want them sitting out. They don't want to be sitting out. Their coaches don't want to be sitting out. I know you guys don't want them to be sitting out. It's not great for anybody involved. Um, and that's where we come into play. And with chiropractic, the really cool thing about it is when we can look at structural integrity of the body and we can look at function of the body and mesh those together, we can often figure out if someone is more prone to injury, right? And if we can spot dysfunction early enough, sometimes the injuries don't have to happen altogether. And or if they do happen, they're going to be a lot less severe, and the athlete is going to be in a place where they can heal better and recover better. All of these major sports teams, pro teams have chiropractors on staff because they understand this and how it relates to performance, recovery, and injury prevention. And I think we can all benefit from that, especially these young athletes whose bodies are still changing and developing, and they are putting their bodies through some very, very hard things, right? And so I did want to also mention that, chiropractic care in itself, it's available at school. It's for anyone who wants it. It's just a service there, right? But we are also offering complimentary evaluations to any and all high school athlete. I don't want to see as many injuries this season, as I know you guys don't either. And so we'll just do some free exams. We'll look at structure, we'll look at function, looking at posture, looking at functional movement, doing some spinal scans, measuring inflammation and muscle tension and tone, balance and compensation, all to figure out if someone is more prone to an injury. And if they are, then we can take those preventative steps if need be, right? It's better to know than not know. So if you want to sign up your child, you can text. Hopefully, the number is in this email coming out from the coaches. If it's not, you can text the number 715-382-6864, and you text athlete. You have to spell it correctly for the automation to go through. But if you text that to our phone number, you'll get paperwork sent to you. Fill that out. Once that's completed, then we can get your kid on for a free exam. I'm chatting with the coaches right now to see if it makes sense to go to some of their early season practices. Otherwise, I am at school for strength and conditioning on Monday and Wednesday mornings. We can do it there. Once school starts, I will be there on Mondays and Wednesdays during their prime time hour before practices and games. We can do it there. And then we do have other Chippewa locations for that 2 weekly period between strength and conditioning and when school starts. So if we need to get it done in those 2 weeks, we can also figure that out. So look forward to chatting and meeting some of you guys, and let's have a great season.